Welcome to Quick Poke, everybody. I'm Frank Carlino. Let's get a shot of the dog. How you doing? All right, cool. So I played a lot of poker this weekend and been running pretty bad, taking a lot of bad beats. Here's one hand that is a roller coaster, to say the least. Up 2 buy-ins on this table. We got a limper, and the button's going to raise, so I feel like Ace-King is way ahead of his raise a limper range. Raise a limper range is different than just raise range. So I go ahead and 3-bet the Ace-King suited. Planning on stacking off here, even though he's got 150 big blinds, because he perceives me as super aggro. So I'm not afraid to get it in. He has Ace Queen, and look at that flop, and look at that turn. I mean, I flopped. This is a huge 3-way all in. I mean, this guy over here with the Ace 10 doesn't have much, but this is between me and this guy's got 150 big blinds. This is a huge pot. Look at this. So I get the perfect flop when I'm already getting my ass kicked, and I'm down a lot today and taking bad beats left and right. I flop king and the flush draw, and he binks the queen on the turn. So this is just brutal until this comes. The king ball. So we wound up winning that hand in very dramatic fashion. The hand I played terribly. It's not fair that I only post hands that I win. Well, it was a limp pot. I had to check. Yeah, it was a limp pot, so I can't really put him on a flush. He played it pretty well. He bet big, and I go for the jam, drawing dead. Actually, a 2 of clubs would have got me the straight flush, but yeah, he had the jack high flush. He looked worried I had a king high flush or a queen high flush, but he's not going to care, and I wouldn't have either. So lose 2 buy-ins on that. I mean, I don't know. You really shouldn't play the 3-4 clubs because stuff like this happens. So you got to include a hand where I lost and played terribly and put way too many chips in with a low flush. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he didn't raise. So, I mean, a lot of times when the ace is out there, he could have 3 aces, but he didn't even raise. So there's a lot less second best hands, like 3 aces, aces and tens, and aces and fives that I can give him credit for because he did limp. So he could have any random suited hand, and I have the worst suited hand. So there's no flush worse than mine. So, yeah. I mean, even if he had 2-6 of clubs, I'm losing. This one is out to be a great hand. So I'm trying to steal the blinds. I don't know if you ever played with him. I think his name is I Suck at This. If you play on Global, you've seen him a lot. So he's a hard player to label because he does tight things and he does loose things. So very hard to give him the right color label. So I try to steal the pot here and make a little 3/4 pot bet, and he calls in position. So I'm about done with the hand. Easily have a jack, but I mean, even if he has, ace high flush draw or straight draw, he's ahead. I'm done with this hand. I was just trying to steal it. And we get a fold from the big blind. And all right, so I catch the 6 now. So now I'm going to check and see what he does because now I'm actually ahead of some ace high flush draws like ace 5 and ace 3 of hearts. So I'm going to check to him, and I remember I got a feeling like I could maybe pick off a bluff here. So now he's value betting supposedly a jack. Okay, so this 3 is huge here. All right, so now I'm thinking, all right, I check called that. I'm still ahead of ace high flush draws. Obviously, he's not gonna, he might just call it a jack and then bet the turn. But once this 3 comes here, there's not a lot of 5s in his range because he's repping that he has a jack. Okay, he has jack queen or something, and there's actually more 5s in my range. Hands like ace 5 of hearts are now in my range. So I think if he bets this 3, it's probably a bluff. So I check with the intent on calling. I'm going to go with my read here. I'm going to actually just call if he decides to go for the bluff because I really believe all the 5s are in my range. He can't sincerely value bet. It's got to be a bluff. An insincere value bet, ladies and gentlemen, is always a bluff. Yep, so we snap him off, and he has 7-9 high. Thanks for watching.